Good morning. I did not do an upload yesterday, but I assume it is, okay, it was like 22, 23, so this is like day 24. I am at work. It is Saturday. My dad is watching my kids for me because it's my weekend to have my kids. So I'm sure he was really excited to be up at 7 to receive them children. And I'm at work an hour early. Just better to be early. Some security, like ain't nobody gonna stop me from being on time today. Anyway, yesterday I was supposed to work like a baby shift from like 9 until 1 because I was under the assumption that the kids were going to be at school. They did not have school yesterday, nor do they have school on Monday, so I had to unexpectedly take that time off. Not fun. Massive hit to my ego because up until yesterday when I had to unexpectedly take time off, I had not taken any time off. Like, I have done my shifts and I've also like picked up extra shifts until yesterday when I had to take those 2 days off because of me not being a responsible adult. Definitely took a hit to my ego. Luckily, I don't think it was too big of a deal, although I will talk to my boss about it today. So there's that. Exciting, you know. I getting my Saturday in, and we don't work on Sundays, and then also have Monday off. So chilling with my babies this weekend. It's long overdue, honestly, because they're with their dad for freaking ever with that fucking quarantine. And then the way that it just came into play, it was like, because he normally gets like Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and then every other weekend. It just so happened that when he decided he needed them for the quarantine, it was on my weekend. So he took my weekend. Then I got him for 1 day. Then he had him for 2 more days. Then I got him for 1 day. And then he had him for another weekend. So now I'm finally getting my weekend and also not being able to work. So, not that, whatever. I'm upset just because like I had to, unexpectedly call off because I didn't put their schedule into my phone. It's all my fault. But, like I said, everything seems to be fine now at current point in time. So I'm trying to forgive myself and just like keep moving because like I wasn't scheduled to work today. I was supposed to have today off because this is the weekend that I have my kids, although the baby shift for Friday and the baby shift for Monday would have been 8 hours, and today I'm getting I'm doing 9 to 4, so it's just under. It's like 7 hours, mostly because like I have to drive further from where my job is to my dad's house, and my kids are crazy, so I'm worried that like my dad's not going to be able to handle my kids. At the same time, I'd be like, well, you know what? That's your karma, Dad. Anyway. Yeah, so I did get an update when it comes to like the eviction and everything. Because I was supposed to be out by the 3rd, and because I didn't get out by the 3rd, the landlord has the opportunity to take me to court to evict me. They also, like, because I went on to my resident portal to pay my rent or to see my rent, because last time I told her that I paid my rent for last month, even though she told me that I shouldn't have been able to pay my rent because it was an eviction. But I was able to pay my rent for last month. But when I went on my my resident portal for this month, it said the balance was 0. So So it wasn't going to let me pay it for this month. So when I got something in the mail yesterday, or the last time I did a video, I got something that night. When I checked the mailbox that night is when I got something, and it said that the landlord was taking me to court for the rent owed for that month, for this month. So I have the rent for this month to pay before the 30 days of whatever it said, or they can take me to court to evict me. So I don't know how the fuck all this shit, or why the fuck all this shit, or all this extra shit, like on top of everything. If I didn't have to really worry about me not having a place to have my kids at and whatnot, for them to just literally be stringing me along like this is... They shouldn't be allowed to do this, because like me going through as much shit as I have gone through in my entire life, than to, you know, be put in the circumstances where my safety, my children's safety, our home, the place that we, you know, go to be safe at night is in jeopardy. On top of, like, you know, I couldn't find a job. I lost a job. I, you know, was in jail and all this extra stuff for them to try to evict me and put me through more mental health, like a lesser version of who I am today. Like who I was 2 years ago, who I was last year. That person who I was then would not have withstood it. Like, I was so stressed through this entire process, like, and so worried. And then there's the shame of what, you know, where my status is or where I'm at in my life. The shame of what other people would think if they knew what I was going through type shit. And for what? Like, I'm gonna pay the rent that is owed before the 30 days, and then what? It's nothing. The whole month where, the whole month and a half, the whole 2 months where I am absolutely terrified and have no idea where I'm gonna be, where my kids are gonna be, and all that mental, emotional turmoil is in vain. For what? Because they wanted to try to kick me out. Because they wanted to try to kick me out. They wanted to try to kick me and my kids out. People should not be allowed to do this. That's really fucked up. And I think I'm still going to take them to court because, like I said, like, emotional turmoil. Like, I did not deserve to be treated like that. Like, I understood that I fucked up. Not only did I understood that I fucked up, but I had strategically taken several steps towards trying to correct the wrong that I had done with no effort on their part for them to treat me the way that they did. And I'm pretty fucking salty about it. Like they exercised their power and their right or abilities in ways that put me in mental turmoil. And like I said, like, because I struggle with, you know, suicidal ideation. It's part of my mental disorder. For them to blatantly not give a fuck. I think that people that are in income-based housing are just like people who have their shit together. Like, no, that is the lower class. That is the lower class of people who are scraping to get by every fucking day, who struggle to get out of bed. I'm not saying that they're the only people, but that is the lowest class. Like, those are the people that you worry the most about for suicidal, you know, shit. Like, mental health, you know, like that shit. Like, why isn't there rules against this shit yet? I'm upset. I'm angry, but I'm gonna calm my ass down and I'm just gonna count my blessings and be grateful, because this was a very big learning experience, and this is the stuff that I need to know about so that I can change that in the world. And, you through this whole process, that's something that I've tried to keep in mind. So, yeah. I don't like this about the world, so this is something that I'm going to change. And I'll be damned, because, like I said, like, what? All my life, you know, being through all this bullshit, and then, you know, for this to be like this, like, and then what? I, you know, offed myself because I had no idea what I was going to do about, like, my family and shit, and then to find out that, oh, if you do absolutely nothing for the next 2 months, nothing is going to change, nothing is going to be different, and you're going to be fine. And for me to feel all of that anxiety and stress all up in those moments, I'm so proud of my strength. I'm so fucking proud of my strength. I'm so proud of my audacity to continue to strive, to be gentle with myself and to be patient with myself, and to try, like if who would I have been, or what would have happened if I hadn't kept trying, you know? So, all right, my lovey loves, I am gonna get to it. So I love you, and I hope that you have taken something good from this. Yeah. So, September 15th today, 2022. And apparently everything is fine. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. And now I, for real, like, I guess it was a wake-up call. I guess if we think about it like that, it was a wake-up call for me to be like, all right, I really gotta get my shit together, because I deserve to be treated better. I deserve to give myself better. And keep on keeping on. Keep trying and shit. So, I love you. You have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.